Hi, Zoe. It's Dominic.
Hi, Don.
How are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. I'm so excited to finally interview you. Yummy
Oh,
box.
thank you. Yeah, it's such a pleasure.
Yeah, this is great. So you are our finalist from Montreal for the EO competition for the GSEA.
Yep,
Oh,
yep, and
fantastic.
I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was it a stressful event when you won out there?
It was fun. I had a lot of fun. There were a lot of great contestants, and I saw their businesses, so it was really fun to meet new people. For me, it was good.
Oh, good. Well, you're going to meet a lot of new people here on February 21st in Vancouver. As you know, we're holding the national finals here. The Montreal chapter's flying you out to Vancouver, but I understand you already know Vancouver.
Yes, I'm from Vancouver. I actually moved to Vancouver. I grew up there since I was 4. I went to Churchill and I did the IB program, and then I flew to Montreal to study at McGill. And my parents are still there, so it was amazing to hear that the nationals are held back where my hometown is, where I grew
Oh,
up in.
great. Great. Well, we'll have to make sure, ask me later about getting your parents on the guest list so they can come down and see you because we can get them in.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. Now, listen, before I start, for people who haven't heard about the GSEA program or even Entrepreneurs Organization, I'm going to explain that a little bit and then we'll get into asking you questions about yourself. So,
Okay.
as you know, the GSEA is the Global Student Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and you won the Montreal chapter version of that. But this particular contest happens all around the world. There's almost 70 chapters. Even though EO is 120 chapters around the world, 70 chapters participate. So you're going to get a chance to meet a lot of really cool students with very interesting businesses if you advance to the Frankfurt, Germany finals, which will be very cool. I'll be at that event myself.
Wow.
Let's
Hope
just deal with
so.
Vancouver first. And the event is sponsored by EO, which is the Entrepreneurs Organization. So we're a global organization of entrepreneurs and business people. We really get together to talk about business development, personal development, and community engagement. And of course, the GSEA is the way we do community engagement because we passionately believe in entrepreneurs like yourself and the kinds of things you're creating, the excitement around those brands and products and services, and you're employing people and making the economy move forward. And we just love it. So thank you.
Wow, thanks. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really amazing. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's get to know Zoe. Where did you come from? We already know that a little bit. How did the business start? What is the company? Tell us.
Yeah, okay, well, I grew up in Vancouver, and actually I'm a dietetic student, so I study nutrition. And what really motivated me was when my mom was diagnosed with diabetes in 2009. And for her, nutrition was so important and key. And kind of that kickstarted my career. And what my mission to go forth now is creating healthy food products for the diabetic population. And actually, my journey started kind of like, up and down, up and down. I started 2 years ago with my first startup, Health Me. It was a hot meal delivery system with meals created by myself, and I would deliver them to the central business districts during mealtime. And I was like, okay, this is great. And actually, what turned out was that we were part of an incubator. And at the end, like every single mentor told me how it really lacked scalability and it was crazy capital intensive.
Mm.
And I have no background in logistics. I mean, it was painful because before my first company helped me, it was like my little baby. But my team disbanded, unfortunately, but I stuck around because I really believe there's a need to create healthy foods for people. And that's kind of where I started with Yummy Box. I brought together another new team. I figured out why people liked my first company a lot. And I built this new model that really focuses mainly on the things I failed on the first time, which is the scalability and the capital intensivity.
Wow, so that's a really big lesson learned.
Big one. A lot of time, a lot of tears, a lot of hard work and
Sweat.
sweat, but it's a lesson well learned. Yeah.
So, so what's your official title? You're a dietitian. You're a nutritionist.
Yeah. Yeah, a dietitian candidate.
Okay, so how does a dietitian candidate become an entrepreneur?
Wow, you know what? That's a great question. I think I had the entrepreneurship blood in me ever since high school. I created like a couple of clubs that fundraised a lot of money. I thought I was just a fundraising charity, but there was a business model behind that. And I didn't realize it until actually someone from EO asked me, like, do you think you have the entrepreneurship blood? And I really thought about it, and I was like, oh my goodness. You never realize it until you think about it. But anyways, and that's what I want to do with my degree. Like, I have the science background, and I feel strongly that, there's not enough dietitian entrepreneurs out there, and I have no clue why, because like I think dietitians should be the ones creating these food products for consumer use. We should be the ones creating the foods that are on the shelves, where the consumers don't have to be boggled down by the jargon and the marketing, et cetera, et cetera. Instead of us taking, like, that way, we're the more proactive kind of approach versus what we are now. We're just consultants, mostly for the most part, on what you should eat, what you shouldn't. Why not just create what you should eat and make it dominate? So that's my kind of little vision for what I'm doing here. Yeah.
Well, I think Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to talk a little bit about Yummy Box. It gets me excited, but yeah.
Well, actually, that's where I was going to go. Tell me about the product or the service. So is it a product? Is it a service? What is Yummy Box?
Okay,
and it's yummybox.com, right?
Yeah, yummybox.com.
Okay.
So we are a product. We make our food products. I package everything by hand. All the recipes, ingredients, I look out for. I scour. So this is kind of it. I brought this.
Oh, great. Thank you.
8 some of it, actually, so it's an open pack. But what we do is we put together different whole grains, ancient grains. Like, for instance, you probably wouldn't have heard of amaranth or wheat berries or farro. And it's not typical to be in someone's pantry. So what we did is we packaged different grains, we season it, and we make it fun. Like, okay, this month we made it taste like buffalo wings. Last month it was ratatouille. Like, we've had Jamaican jerk flavor and tacos. We really try to make grains taste good. And so by making it really easy and convenient, the consumer just, in these little pouches, they just add water, boil it for 20 minutes, and you have a healthy serving of carbohydrates. None of the refined stuff. It's like real natural whole foods. And that's kind of my vision, to gear people towards a plant-based diet, because of course that's what helped my mom a lot with her disease management and her overall health, and I see it myself too.
So the primary people that you serve are diabetic population, or?
Okay, that's a really good question. Our products are for everyone, and I want to make that so clear. It was the diabetic population, especially my mom, that motivated me into this space. But the product we've created, it's just a healthy product. Like, we have a couple of vegans. They're strong advocates for our products. Young moms.
Right.
We have teenagers.
It's very hard to be vegan.
Yeah, I'm actually trying out veganism.
Are you?
And because I created a vegan product, and people are asking me, are you vegan? And I say no. And when you get asked enough times, you try to think, why not? So I'm exploring that area as well. I'm learning so much in the process.
Oh, great. So that's really neat. So not only do you have a passion for this business, built out of a care for your mom and trying to fill that need, but you're testing this stuff yourself. I mean, you're willing to go and say, well, let me try the vegan lifestyle if people are asking me about vegan, because vegan's not the same as vegetarian. In 10 seconds or less, can you tell us the difference between vegan and vegetarian?
Okay, vegetarian, you can have animal products such as eggs, cheese, and vegan, there's 0 animal products. And you'd be so surprised where animal products are found. Did you know that the white sugar that we have, it's made out of, there's an animal refining process out of animal bones to make it whiter. So technically, as a vegan, I can't have white sugar altogether. But that's perfect, because our products have 0 white sugar.
Nicely done. Now, that was good. So that was maybe 8 seconds. You did a great job. So
Okay.
Is this a subscription box service?
It is currently a subscription box service because we come up with new flavors and fun ideas all the time. But I've had so many emails asking me to repeat my flavors. So a really interesting project we're heading on now is offering our best sellers online through e-commerce. And we're going to be part of a really, really big, the biggest health food expo in Montreal, Expo Manger Santé. And there we're going to be offering our products in a lot of local stores and offline distribution. So what's really cool about us is, yes, we are currently a subscription box service, but we have our own products. It's all from up here.
Excellent.
And
here. Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when it gets delivered by the month, just this is a technical question. Does it come in that bag, or how do I?
Ooh, it comes in a box that
Okay, so it's
yeah,
prepared to.
it's a mini box.
Okay, so let me
And
then ask,
yeah,
where are your main clients coming from? You're based out of Montreal. Is this a Canadian-based distribution? Do you United
yeah.
States, internationally? Where do you go?
We're Canada wide. Most of our clientele is in Quebec and Ontario. We have a couple people from Vancouver actually ordering our products, but we are currently Canada wide.
Excellent, great. And what are your expansion plans? Where do you think you'll go after Canada?
Oh, I think the United States. But what we want to work on actually first, instead of focusing so much energy on the subscription model, we want to work a little bit on distribution, offline sales, health food stores, retailers, because we've had actually retailers approach us asking me about our product, and I'm
Oh,
like, okay, then why don't we go ahead and do it? Yeah,
opportunities everywhere.
everywhere,
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's great. So let me ask you, let's change a little bit and talk about you being a student. Like, how are you meshing all this energy? You've got a lot of energy. I don't know if you sleep much.
I sleep well.
Oh,
That's one thing. I take care of my sleep.
you do, but only for 2 hours at a time, I bet.
Mm,
So, but how do you
yeah,
balance,
yeah.
sir, how do you balance being a student with running this business and all these great ideas and then just the energy it takes to run a business?
It's really, really hard. So I've had internships like part of the last semester of my program. We really focus on being a full-time intern student. So I worked in hospitals 9 to 5 hours. But what was great about that was I had access to the health professional network. I was able to talk about Yummy Box. And what's really helped me a lot throughout this process is that I have an amazing co-founder. So my co-founder is doing her PhD in nutrition right now. She's already a dietitian, and I have to say we're a pretty good team, and she's there to cover me when I can, and I'm there to cover her. And it's all about juggling things, I think. And what's helped me personally is I found when I chose, a more plant-based diet, I can feel the energy. And I guess I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's where the source is coming from. I've stayed away a lot from processed products. Yeah, and managing time is okay. I try to work fast. I try to figure out what's the main tasks at hand and go at it. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it's such an interesting story. I can't wait to see you on stage here in Vancouver pitching Yummy Box, telling all of us about it, so we get to learn more about your product and you. And you've got a lot of energy, so that's good. We're going to have to, keep you on the stage there. But thank you so much for taking the time and letting us all know about Yummy Box. And what's your co-founder's name, by the way?
Yin. Her name is Yin Hong.
Okay, we'll say thank you to her as well. It's going to be great to have you guys represented and on stage, as I said. So the GSEA National Finals are happening in Vancouver, British Columbia on February 21st. Hootsuite is our sponsor for that. So we're going to be at a cool place. If you're from Vancouver, you know Hootsuite. It's a great
Yeah.
place to be, and they're a wonderful sponsor of ours, and thank them very much for this. And you'll get to meet a lot of other top entrepreneurs from around Canada at that very event. So thank you very much, Zoe, for joining us today. That's all for now. We'll have this posted to YouTube for everybody to watch, and looking forward to having you in Vancouver.
Me too. Thank you, Dom.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.